Okay, the next one that we're going to look at in video 2 for the quiz from 2 weeks ago. I don't think there's a date on this. Nope. Okay. So anyway, this is the second video for correcting the quiz from, gosh, I can't remember. I think it was October 9th we took this quiz. All right, Ted and 3 of his friends went out to eat. We're going to look at number 5. They decided to split the bill evenly. Each person paid $10.04. What was the total bill? All right, so we're going to box the question. What was the total bill? We're going to underline the numbers that look important. In this case, it looks like 3 of his friends, and Ted is probably important too. Ted and 3 of his friends went out to eat. They decided to split the bill evenly. Each person paid $10.04. What is the total bill? So to me, and let's just read it one more time, as there's nothing wrong with reading it more than once. Ted and 3 of his friends, so we're talking about 4 people, went out to eat. They decided to split the bill evenly. Each person paid $10.04. What is the total bill? All right, so there's 2 ways you can do this. You could add $10.04 4 times, or you could do multiplication, which is repetitive addition, if you learned that in elementary school. So $10.04 times 4. $10.04 times 4. That's Ted and his 3 friends. So that looks like what we're going to get. And that looks reasonable because 4 times 10 is 40 and 4 times 4 is 16. So that would have been the total bill, $40.16. $40.16. Make sure you have your money stuff there. Ted and 10 of his friends went out to eat. They decided to split the bill evenly. Each person paid $19. What was the total bill? So this is very, very similar to number 5. Except now we have Ted and 10 of his friends, which makes 11 people total. They decided to split the bill evenly. That word evenly is important. I didn't mention it that much up there, but it is. That means each person's paying the same amount. The question is, what was the total bill? And the numbers that are important are 11, because it's Ted and 10 of his friends, and the $19 they're each going to pay. So this is going to end up being another repetitive addition. You could add 19 11 times, or you could multiply 19 times 11. 19 times 11. 9, 1, placeholder, 9, 1, and then add 9, 10, carry. So that's $209. And you have to remember it's a word problem, so you got to make sure you've got something to indicate some words, which would be the number sign. $209. Okay, let's look at number 9. I think we can see number 9 down here. Get rid of some of this stuff. Tatsakin, that's a weird name, but it's a good math problem, spent $11.07 on envelopes. If they cost $3.69 per box, how many boxes did he buy? All right, so let's box the question. How many boxes did he buy? We'll just say T. Spent $11.07 on envelopes, so that's an important number. $11.07. If they cost $3.69 per box, and that little line means per box, how many boxes did he buy? So is $11.07 a total amount or part of an amount? Well, it looks like a total amount, the total amount that was spent. And it kind of looks like we're going to do some division. $11.07 divided by $3.69. $11.07 divided by $3.69. Now, if you remember, you can't do this. You have to have a whole number outside of the house. And however much you move it in here, you have to move it in here. All right, so $3.69. I'm hoping that goes in 3 times. Let's see. 3 times 9 is 27, 18, 19, 20, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so T bought 3 boxes of tissue. And just let me remind you, 3 boxes of tissue. So you want to make sure there's a word in your answer. This isn't as big of a deal on multiple guess tests, but for this kind of thing it is. All right, let's see if we can do one more. Pull up this picture again. All right. This one's kind of easy, but we'll do it anyway. All right, number 10. If it'll let me. 8 workers are hired to seed a field by hand. So we have a field. It's a field. Nothing wrong with pictures. Each is given a plot, which is 10 by 5 feet in size. What is the total area of the field? So 8 workers are hired to seed a field. So this is the total field. Each is given a plot. A plot is a word which means a smaller piece of a field, which is 10 by 5 feet in size. What is the total area? So it's one of the things you have to know is area is length times width, and you learned that last year. So that means in this case, area is 10 times 5, and the area is 50 feet squared. So that, if we're boxing the question, what is the total area? So the word total is important. But we found the partial area. This is the partial area, 50 feet. Now, how many partial areas do we need to multiply or add together? 8 workers are hired to seed a field by hand. So we need to multiply 8 times 50, which most of you should be able to do in your head. But 50 times 8 means 400 feet squared is the total area of the field. So I hope working through some of these word problems in this video will help you to re-tackle the word problems on your quiz. Read it once, read it again, box the question, underline the numbers, circle the words that indicate what operation you might be doing, and eliminate information that is not necessary. Simplify the question down to just what you need, organize your facts, and then solve.